Once again, use your opposite hand to guide your knife. Okay. So we have our sausage right there. Okay. Just set that off a camera view. Do a little spray. Okay. A little wipe. And we'll do our shrimp next. So, just like with our last demo, the shrimp themselves have been peeled and deveined, or deveined. They haven't been peeled, so you'll need to peel the skin off. The shell, I should say. Okay. Make sure you do that. There we go. Mine are still a little frozen. That's okay. There's one. There's another. Okay. And another. Remember, just pull the tail, it should come right off. Okay. All right. There we go. Grab the tail and pull. All right, so we've got our shrimp. I'm going to get rid of our shells. All right, so just as we did in our last demo, we're going to go ahead, and when I say our last, of course I'm referring to the lo mein. We're going to go ahead and cut these shrimp in half. In half. The reason I cut my shrimp in half, it's truthfully for budgetary reasons, you know. I increased the number of pieces of shrimp that's in the jambalaya by cutting them in half. Because I know that, you know, right now money's kind of tight for a lot of people. It's still nice to kind of indulge a little bit, have a shrimp, but you know, they're expensive. So just cutting them in half a little bit kind of will help give everybody an opportunity to have some shrimp. All right, so now I'm going to sanitize my board. And then we'll do our chicken. Make sure you keep your workstations clean. Clean as you go. All right. Make sure. All right, there we go. All right, so last one. Last one is, of course, going to be the boneless, skinless chicken thigh meat. And there's our boneless, skinless chicken thigh meat. But as you can see, it does have some fat on it. So I want to remove some of that fat from the thighs. So I'm going to take them, I'm going to lay them on my board, and I'm going to trim some of that fat away. I'm not going to trim it all, but the thicker pieces, like right here, yeah, I want to get rid of that. Okay. And that's good. That's just fine. Oh, I saw a little bone, a little piece of bone. Watch for little pieces of bone, by the way. So get rid of that. That's good. Like I said, you don't have to get all of it. There's another little bone. There's a little fat there. And a little bit here. Please be very careful. Don't cut yourself. That's good there. And I got one more. And this one has a big piece of fat right there. And some more right here. Just be careful when you are trimming the fat off. Try not to remove too much of the actual chicken thigh meat. Okay, so now our directions call for 1-inch cubes. So that's about a 1-inch cube, or I think more appropriately, bite size. So I'm just going to cut the chicken thighs into kind of bite-sized pieces. They don't need to be, nor will they be, perfect cubes, but as long as they're close. Okay, so there's another. Cut that down a little. That one. Okay. All right, everybody, we are just about done with our mise en place. Getting everything put in its place before we start. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we have everything we need. Wash my hands. All right, so let me move this cutting board out of the way. All right, so let's go over our list. We have our vegetable oil, we have our chicken, we have our shrimp, we have our andouille, our onions, our celery, our bell pepper, our garlic, our tomatoes, our rice, stock. Now we have to do thyme, bay leaf, salt, and pepper, paprika, and cayenne. So let's get ourselves a little dish. Okay. Or dishes. And get our dried. So 1 to 2 bay leaves. I'm going to do 2. There's 1. There's 2. Thyme. Gotta take the brand new, so gotta open it. One tablespoon of thyme. So I've kind of measured that out in the palm of my hand, but I will show you. It calls for, what is it called? 1 tablespoon. Okay, 1 tablespoon. I'm going to suggest we go a little less. How about if we only go 2 teaspoons, okay? So we're only going to go 2 teaspoons on that. Right there. Our salt, 1 teaspoon. One teaspoon. And our pepper also is 1 teaspoon. Oh, come on. Nope, I'm gonna have a hard time. Okay. 1 teaspoon. There we go. And our paprika, also 1 teaspoon of paprika. All right. And our cayenne pepper, 1/2 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Right there. All right. So we've got our bay leaf, our thyme, salt, pepper, paprika, cayenne pepper. So we've got everything we need. At this point, I am going to go ahead and pause. I'm going to kind of clean this up a little bit, or just kind of, get it out of the way. Get my pot, and we're going to go ahead and we'll start the cooking process. So I'll take a moment to review my recipe, to clean up, and I will see you back briefly.